Well, guys, the summer transfer window has finally come to an end. 15 players in. Uh, I Before I get started, as you can see, hopefully you can see me a lot better now. I gave my phone a wipe down the turn, so my phone needed to be clean, so the camera's looking a bit better. So hopefully you can see me better. Hopefully you can hear me better. Let's get to it. As I said, Rangers brought in 15 players: Scott Arfield, Alan McGregor, Jamie Murphy on permanent, Ove Ejaria, Ryan Kent, Umar Sadiq. It's gone so well for him, isn't it? Lassana Koulibaly, I miss him so much. Connor Goldson, love him so much. Nikola Katic, love him more than Goldson. John Flanagan, doing his job. Joe Worrell, Borna Barisic, Kyle Lafferty, Eros Grezda. I actually can't believe I cried when Rangers announced him. I genuinely cried. And Gareth McCauley. Now these 15 players are going to bring in a bit of they're going to bring in something new to the club. They're all going to have a certain role. So this is basically a recap regarding the window. Now Scott Arfield, we signed him in a pre-contract, so we got him for nothing. Plays centre mid, plays left mid. 3-year deal, 4-year deal, something like that. It's a cracking signing. Brings experience in the midfield and can also play out left as well. And I think to get a player that can play more than one position, that's what Rangers needs. That's what the club needs. So I like that. Alan McGregor, we also got him in a pre-contract from Hull City, 2-year deal. It was good to have him back, given he knows what it means to play for the club. He knows Rangers inside out. He's played for them before. Cracking to get him back because he's a fantastic shot stopper. He knows how to command his box. He's a leader. He's a captain. He's very vocal, and what do you call it? And he can stop a shot from the outside, a shot from outside the box. And I think that's what we've needed since West Foderingham. So that's another cracking signing. Jamie Murphy, we got him permanent, 3-year deal, something like that. Also plays in the left wing. He's been pretty. He was out of the loan signings we had in January. I think Jason Cummins. Obviously, we can feel like that, but I've moved on for it. Jamie Murphy impressed everybody out them all. He did deserve a permanent deal, considering it was a loan deal with an obligation to buy. Gutted he's out injured because I wanted to see him get himself going, but we'll not see him till next season, and I hope Jamie Murphy gets better soon. He's very he can sort of break the back line doing it in his own unique way. I feel like he's not much of a big crosser. He crosses every now and again, but he does know how to cut in and score a goal. So he's been a good signing. Ove Ejaria, loan deal from Liverpool. Creative, tall, physical at times. He can win a header. He's been very impressive as of late. The first time he came in, he was very, very shaky. But now he's starting to grow into the game and he's starting to win us over, which is what I like to see. He's on loan for the season. As is the next player, Ryan Kent. Plays left wing and right wing. Very pacey, very tricky. His crossing's not bad. Can get better. His passing's off a bit iffy, but again it'll get better. His shooting's okay. Again, it'll get better. He's one of these players that he's 21-year-old. He'll make mistakes, and he'll be one of these players that he will learn as they go along. So that's what I like. Umar Sadiq, I'm not going to comment on that one. he is obviously, it's pretty clear, according to Steven Gerrard, he is struggling with the whole thing. So I'm not going to comment. Lassana Coulibaly, he just grew into it like that. He just went into the game like that. Physical, imposing figure in that midfield. His passing is good. He's got, for somebody his age, 2021, he has 22. He has very good positional awareness. I hope to God we've got maybe an option to buy him in the summer, next summer, because I think he's one of these players that we need. Obviously on loan from Angers FC over in France, but I think hopefully we do have a chance of buying him next season. Let's see what happens. Connor Goldson, he's been solid as a rock since he came in. He's a goal scoring threat. He's tall, imposing, very good passing. He's very good at his long balls. I think we've got him for 3 or 4 seasons. Fantastic piece of business, and I think our backline will only get better if Connor Goldson there. Nikola Katic, again, tall, imposing, good in there, very good at slide tackling, a goal scoring threat as well. And plus he's Croatian, and everyone knows I love a Croatian. He will only get better. He's 21-year-old as well, 4-year deal. Things will only get better under him. He will only get better. Players like Katic, with players like Goldson to look up to. John Flanagan, initially I was questionable about this one, given he's got a lot of baggage, but he's been doing his job so far. His passing's been good. His slide tackles have been pretty vital. He's not bad at long balls. Plus, he's a defensive fullback. He's not one of these where they just shoot up the flank, which is what I like to see. So, initially I was questionable about John Flanagan, but he's doing his job, so I can't complain. Joe Worrell signed him on a loan deal until the end of the season from Nottingham Forest. I haven't seen him play, but I've heard he's good with the ball at his feet, makes crucial tackles, imposing, likes a little pass or two. He's got pedigree. He led the England under 19s, under 21s to victory in the Toulon tournament in January, so he's got pedigree. So I would take him. That's what you want. That is what you want. Borna Barisic, left back, 3-year deal. He's still about 25, 26, so he's still youngish. Very tricky, very fast, good at going forward. Excuse me, good at going back. Loves a good pass. He's got a wonderful left foot. He's got a better left foot than Sean Goss. And he just finds he just opens up the wee spaces to unlock the opposition defence. That is how good Borna Barisic is, and I'm glad we got him from NK Osijek. Kyle Lafferty, 2-year deal from Hearts. It was written in the stars for Kyle Lafferty to come back. It really was. But I don't agree with putting him in the left wing, the left mid anymore. If you're going to play Kyle Lafferty, either play him up top in a 2, play him up top as a sole striker, or bring him off the bench. He's not, for me, we've got the players where we can either play him up top or play him in a 2. I wouldn't play him at left mid. He does he knows how to score a goal. He can go up for a header. Very tall. He's not exactly the physical type, but when he's got the ball, he likes a good pass about. He's the kind of player that we've been needing back at Rangers. Somebody that kens the club inside out, and somebody that kens what it takes to score a goal for Rangers. Eros Grezda from Osijek, 4-year deal. I think you play left wing, right wing, something like that. The number 10, I think it's a number 10 as well. Now I thought he liked to score goals. He likes the odd goal, but his goal scoring tally isn't as big as his assists tally. So I like that. Very tricky, very fast. Likes a good cross in. But aye, like I said at the beginning, I cried when Eros Grezda signed. I really did cry because I think he's the kind of the winger we've been looking for. Somebody really, really tricky. Somebody that he's got that massive burst of pace. When you look at one, then you look around, you're like, where's he went? Where's he buggered off to? Like that. So I think Grezda's going to be one of these players that we've been crying out for. And then the day you've had Gareth McAuley signing on a 1-year deal for free, coincidentally. I like that. We need somebody with experience in the back line, and that is who we've got. He's a Rangers man, which I kind of had no idea about. So forgive me, I did not know. He's an experienced defender. Back then, he's a goal scoring threat in a way. Pretty solid. He's a defensive unit. Physical, imposing kind of, if you like. And he's got experience, as I said earlier on today's video, he's got experience in the Premier League with West Brom, and that is what you want. Plus he's a Rangers man as well, as I said, so that's a bonus. But these 15 signings, I think they're going to be fantastic for this season. But who's my signing of the season? It's not a player. Who's the signing of the summer? It's no player for me. The signing of the summer for me has to be Steven Gerrard. Because we kind of watch for a big football man he is. He's got a massive football brain. When he looks at a team, he kens its deficiencies. He kens where there's advantages, where there's weaknesses. And that is what he done this summer. He took, when he came in, he took a look at the back line, brought in Goulson, brought in Katic. And I've got to thank Steven Gerrard so much for that. He's fixed our defence perfectly. But 15 new signings. They're going to need a wee bit of time to gel in. Give it to November, December time. Then judge the team. I'm not going to judge them now, because it is genuinely a new team who are in the Europa League group stages. So I'm not going to judge them badly. So I'm going to give them some time. At least in November time, December time, and see where we are then. But at the moment, things are looking pretty positive under Steven Gerrard. 12, 13 games, 1 loss. You can't really complain about that. But that 1 loss came after an undefeated streak, so you can't exactly complain. Given where we are in Europe, there's improvement. It's going to take time. I'd say it's been a very successful summer for us. Better than last year's and better than the year before. Better than Steven Gerrard's transfer window is far better than Pedro Caixinha's and Mark Warburton's. It's even better than Graham Murty's January window. It's better than all 3 of them combined. Steven Gerrard really has changed us, and Steven Gerrard really has changed us for the better. I'm just going to finish with, we're finished now until January. Let's see who Steven Gerrard brings in then. And I'm just going to finish by saying this. If Steven Gerrard brings all these players in January, if this is Steven Gerrard brings in this summer, well, technically, I don't care what anybody says, he is guaranteed his job next season, given the European result. He has guaranteed himself this job. He's going to be here for next season. Just put it that way. I don't care what anybody says, whether you're a wee doubter or not. Steven Gerrard, with what he's done in Europe in the space of 2 months, Steven Gerrard will be manager next season, whether folk like it or no. And I'm just going to say this. With the business that Steven Gerrard has done in this summer year, if that is who he brings in the now, God knows who Steven Gerrard's going to bring in January, or even better, God knows who Steven Gerrard's going to bring in next summer's transfer window. During the course of the season onwards, things at Rangers Football Club are going to be very, very, very bloody interesting. Onwards and upwards, guys. Onwards and upwards. Let's go.